As I make my last radio call, I want to thank the Edmond Police Department for supporting me the last 22 years.
For many, retiring from a job means relaxation with the hope of many years ahead. Decades of studies show the life expectancy of first responders is lower than the average U.S. population, with some showing they only live 5 to 7 years after retiring.
In May of last year, I fell in that category. Sat up on the side of my bed one night and collapsed in cardiac arrest.
Former Oklahoma City firefighter Matt Carter is one of those people. He credits his wife, who was a nurse, for saving his life that night. Being exposed to tragedy for decades can make retirement hard for those who have lived it.
I was at the Oklahoma City bombing in 1995. At too many tragic events to count. And so those are things that stick with you.
And for the families left behind.
So my dad was an Oklahoma City firefighter for 25 years, and when he retired, I saw my dad go from a person who was a lively, funny person, and I saw him start to isolate.
When leaving their fields, many don't know how to cope. Others struggle to find their next purpose or enter a new industry.
All the rest of those demons that are out there that'll eat you up if you don't.
Sergeant Jeff Moorfield celebrated his own retirement from the Edmond Police Department last week, ending a 26-year career in law enforcement. His next steps now include helping other first responders take theirs.
Our vision is basically to forge resilient futures. You know, that's what we really want to do. We want them to grab a hold of it and say, I can do something after I get done, and I can go forth and I can have a better life, and I don't have to go into this deep hole that a lot of our first responders go into.
The On Call Project was founded to do just that, creating a life for first responders even after retirement. Partnering with business professionals, the foundation gives first responders the resources to build their mental, spiritual, and physical health, and prepares them to enter the private sector.
There's nothing like this in the United States. You can impact thousands, and that's what we really want to do.
Unlike anything that's been done before, that's how those involved in the On Call Project describe it. The hope is to make Oklahoma the home base for the foundation. The goal is to take this nationwide.
The military goes through a lot of transition training. So they receive counseling services, et cetera, when these service members come out.
Seeing the reality of both sides, Jeff also spent time commanding units in Syria and Iraq with the Army National Guard.
And then I started researching, and there's nothing for first responders.
Oklahoma lawmakers have introduced legislation focusing on the well-being of first responders. A bill allowing first responders with PTSD to qualify for workers' comp is making its way through the Capitol. But the On Call Project works to fill the gaps where there is no help.
I felt like there was a calling to actually figure it out, but not only just for me, but for everybody else.
Firefighters, police, paramedics, and those in the private sector attended the project's first ever fundraiser this month, giving Jeff the opportunity to spread the word to those in need of the program and those who want to help make a difference.
And I just feel so strongly about this concept and this project.
Hoping to reach those who need it most, the program was created by first responders for first responders.
If this had been around, I feel like my dad would still be here.
And as Jeff retires from the police force, his next journey is only just beginning.
Thank you for the ride, and I love you all. Shift 2 is 10-7, and so is Baker 405.